see. CPU drafted for me. Drafted like the first 10 picks, but oh, I want to look. Spoil it. Quarterback first. Mariota. Not gonna start him. Gaskin. James White. Jerry Judy. Brandon Ayuk. Okay. Start this guy. He's pretty tall. Zach Ertz. Okay. Okay, Jason Kelsey. Sure, I drafted Kelsey though. Threat detector. In Puller. Guard. Graham Glasnow. Line's not bad. Jeff Miller. That's nice. I have to change his number though. Frank Clark. I drafted Leonard. Do mid-zone KO. Unstopper. I drafted Jones. Kyle Van Noy. I have to start this rookie over him. Jalen, Stingley, Manuel. Ooh, it's not bad corners. I'll keep those. Numbers 5, number 7, number 23, right? I think Justin Reed's 20. Stingley's number is 20, 20 as well, but I'll just put him 23. If it's 23, I don't like number 7. Oh, we don't have 23. $24. 5, 24, 4, 25, 31. Alright, I'm fine with those. So I need to get a running back. It's only 87 speed? I thought he was faster than that. Doesn't he play for the Niners? Do a data check. He does play for the Niners. 22. It's 22. Still changing his rating. 2. 22. Oh, he's Darnell's 20. You better quarterback. Yeah. Three's usually good.
today. From Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we're at Bill Stadium just south of downtown Buffalo, New York. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. The first carry for the North Texas man, it's Jeff Wilson. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he gets it up past the 35. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Trubisky will throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Trubisky's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Finding Ertz again. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start the drive with Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's That's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run. Here's Wilson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game. But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggression.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down at 4. Trubisky got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Joel Bitonio. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's dropped underneath for Wilson. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Wilson with a first down carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. He finds his man, complete. It's Pierce.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism.
Touchdown, Bills! Brandon Ayuk, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will extend their lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That time, a 6-play drive, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And that is incomplete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call a sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
And Bronco fans have to be so excited because Von Miller missed 2020 with an ankle injury, suffered just days before the season opener. An 8-time Pro Bowler, the all-time sack leader for the Broncos, and the active leader in the NFL. They are happy to welcome him back.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this, and he can't field it cleanly. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. This will be caught. Judy. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Here's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another carry for Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
From the 17, Trubisky. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes a flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So this one, Charles, it's only the 3rd quarter, but they appear to be well on their way to victory.
I would say so because a 1-score lead you don't even count, but a 2-score lead you know it can evaporate in an instant. 3 scores, feeling good, but you know it's not over yet. But now, they've got a 4-score cushion. I think you can feel pretty confident in the fact this is going to go your way.
And a very nice return up to the 35, but was it aided by something illegal? Let's find out. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Carr's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll find the rookie from Michigan, Nico Collins. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 36. Now Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
On 2nd and 1, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Into the secondary past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. Back now in Buffalo. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They go play action. Trubisky. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever. Now it's Trubisky. He finds his man, complete. That's Pierce. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Out quickly to Judy. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Now left side on the swing pass. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
And his pass incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Play action. It's Trubisky. Flush to his right. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Bills have recovered.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Wilson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
88 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Wilson.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Stop short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle but couldn't get it all the way home.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
try and run with Wilson. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Mike 16, Mike 16. Alert, 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 alert. Big stop, let's go. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
They'll go for it. This is Wilson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. McManus now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed.